The city of Dubrovnik on Croatia's Adriatic coast is often called the jewel of the Mediterranean. It's famous for its medieval buildings and beautiful narrow alleyways. The Posat restaurant is situated right at the edge of the historic district. A favorite of tourists and locals alike, it was opened by Mario Schevel 6 years ago. Since then, it's turned into one of the city's top eateries.
Having a restaurant is more than job for me. That's a life. You need to live with this restaurant. That's like a wife. This is my second wife.
Fish and seafood are typical of Dubrovnik's cuisine and the Dalmatian region as a whole. Local fishermen deliver their catch to the restaurant each morning. One of its specialties is mussels bazara, a regional dish made of shellfish.
The mussels what we get in our restaurant is coming from Dalmatian coast, and it's all fresh, and that's most important thing. The people do that just for the living, and they deliver us over here every morning to get fresh thing in our restaurant.
But there's more to mussels bazara. Mario heads to the market in Dubrovnik's historic district, which is open every weekday. Dalmatia is one of Croatia's most important agricultural regions, so there's a rich selection. Mario buys locally grown vegetables and herbs for his restaurant. They'll also go into the sauce for his mussels bazara.
This is the best place in Dubrovnik, in an old town, because you can find the fresh ingredients for the restaurant and buy on the same place. They're coming all from the Župa. That's the near of Dubrovnik.
After shopping, it's time to return to the restaurant. Chef Dražan Knezić is cooking today. And the ingredients are ready to go. In addition to mussels, there's also tomatoes, onions, garlic, parsley, olive oil, and white wine. First, the vegetables are chopped to shorten the cooking time while still retaining much of the flavor. And after that's ready, it's time to prepare the mussels.
I put them in a pan with some hot olive oil. You don't need to add water. The mussels already have seawater in them.
After a few minutes on high heat, the shells open. That's a sign that the mussels are ready. Now it's time to saute onions and garlic for the sauce. Next, add tomatoes and parsley. Finally, the mussels are added to the sauce, and it's all quenched with white wine.
We're using a dry white wine. It boils very briefly, so the alcohol evaporates, but the flavor remains.
Now they're ready for serving. Once considered a humble dish, mussels bazara is a relative newcomer on the menus at finer restaurants.
The people probably before 100 or 200 years eat the mussels bazara because they don't have enough nice white fish and probably nice quality of meat, and they are preparing probably the bazara for the lunch for a huge family, and they probably use more bread than mussels.
Nowadays, mussels bazara are considered a delicacy, but they're still served with bread. And they're supposedly best washed down with a dry white wine, a local one, of course.